and they can create purchase orders to send to suppliers. Let's first begin by taking a look at how to create a stock item. In order for the stock options to be available, the stock function must first be turned on. If this has not been done as part of the setup, click Edit from the main toolbar, followed by Preferences. Choose Items and Stock, followed by Company Preferences. Then ensure you tick the box Stock and Purchase Orders are active. QuickBooks will then need to close down all the windows before you will see the stock features show. When setting up items that I sell in my Items and Services list, I will now be given the option to add in a stock part. In this example, I will imagine our painting business from earlier is selling 10-litre buckets of red paint. I will need to enter the name, number, description, and in the purchase information section, enter the net cost price to the company and the cost of goods sold account and the VAT code. If the purchase price includes VAT, then I must ensure that the Amounts Include VAT box is ticked prior to typing the amount in. I also have the option to enter in a preferred supplier if applicable. In the sales information section, I will need to enter the sales price, a VAT code, and the income account is to be posted against in the chart of accounts. In the stock information section, I will enter the reorder point. This is the amount I will get down to before QuickBooks reminds me to order more. The reminder will appear in the company menu, which is accessed from the main toolbar by clicking on Reminders. I will also enter the amount of stock in units that I have on hand. In this example, I have 50 buckets in stock currently. A total value of the stock will be automatically calculated for me. I can now save this item by clicking on OK. On the item list, I can now see an additional column, Total Quantity on Hand. I will now raise an invoice for 15 buckets of red paint. And save and close. If I open up the Items and Service list, I will now see that the Total Quantity on Hand column has changed, and it tells me I have 35 buckets of red paint in stock remaining. Any time an invoice or sales receipt is raised, the amount of stock will reduce accordingly. To order stock, I will begin by entering a bill or creating a purchase order. In this example, I'm going to create a purchase order for 20 new buckets of paint. Once I've completed the purchase order, I will save and close. The next step is to receive stock. When the stock is recorded as received, with or without a bill, a prompt appears to let me know that there is an open purchase order against that supplier. To receive stock against that purchase order, I will select Yes and tick in the left-hand column next to the purchase order that is relevant. The details of this purchase order will then appear on a bill I've created. If I now return to my Items and Services list, I can now see the total quantity on hand has changed to include 20 new buckets of paint I purchased. Let's now have a look at how to handle foreign currencies. Clients can trade in over 145 currencies just as easily as they do in pound sterling. They can work with international customers in their own currencies, convert back using the latest exchange rates, and understand gains and losses caused by rate fluctuations. To set up multi-currency, we must first go to the Edit Preferences and then select Multi-currency. Click on the Customer Preferences tab and then choose the option, Yes, I use more than one currency. Please note that once multi-currency feature is turned on, you are unable to switch it off. A message will then appear advising that your company file will close and reopen with your updated settings. Press OK. It may be moving ahead to the future that our painter employs a few staff members to help with the day-to-day running of the business. QuickBooks Pro is also available with QuickBooks Payroll, therefore a full and complete payroll system for his business. He will be able to manage every aspect of his company's payroll, run payroll as often as he likes for his employees, and generate payroll returns automatically and file them online with HMRC. QuickBooks Payroll is a quick, easy way to run your payroll in-house. Please note that clients will need to pay a fixed monthly charge, which gives them access to all payroll and accounting software functions. The package also includes ongoing updates to make sure your software and tax tables stay up to date. For more information on payroll, please visit www.intuit.co.uk. To help our clients manage tasks, bills, and invoices, versions Pro and above have a useful tool called Calendar. The calendar inside QuickBooks will help customers stay on top of their important tasks. For each day, the calendar shows important to-dos, tasks, bills, and invoices that are due, plus any transactions you entered on that day. Let's focus, in this example, on the 30th of May. I can see on this date that there are 2 invoices due for payment, one bill to be paid and one to-do item. If I want more detail or wish to see the original transaction, I can simply double-click and it will provide more detail. As we have gone through both the customer and supplier process, we have seen that QuickBooks helps us to easily track of VAT owed on sales and then any VAT that can be reclaimed on purchases. To view my VAT details, I'll click on the Manage VAT icon from the main homepage. Alternatively, I can also access this by clicking VAT from the main toolbar and selecting Manage VAT. VAT adjustments can be made by clicking Adjust VAT owing. This will open up a dialog box. Once your adjustment has been made, click OK to save the details. To view a summary of all the VAT I've collected or paid out, I will see the summary and detailed report, which I can open simply by clicking on View link. To file a VAT return in QuickBooks, I will first click on the Pay Now icon. This will open up a File VAT box. To submit the return straight to HMRC online, click on File Return. If a refund from HMRC is due after completing the return, QuickBooks will then automatically create an invoice for the refund amount. When the money is received from HMRC, this is recorded as any customer payment is via the Receive Payment icon from the main homepage. However, if there is an amount owing, QuickBooks creates a bill with HMRC VAT as the supplier. This can then be recorded to pay the bill right away or pay later. Press Pay Now or Pay Later to see the final confirmation that the transactions in QuickBooks are being filed. If the Pay Later option has been selected, once it has been paid, this will be recorded via the Supplier Center. QuickBooks then closes the period covered by the return. If anyone attempts to edit a transaction from the closed period, they will be notified. The administrator can still make changes and the difference will be accounted for in the next VAT return.